Well, good morning. I'm Butch Williams. I got dressed up for you. It's Holy Week and a beautiful time of the year. It's also a time where many folks are coming back from spring break and starting to homeschool. So I said, what better time than to provide you with a pop quiz for Holy Week? And my question is this: what happens during Holy Week? What happened 2,000 years ago? And you go, oh, I got this, Butch. It's a three-part story. Part 1, Maundy Thursday, the Last Supper, Jesus with his disciples. He goes to the Garden of Gethsemane. Part 2, the trial and the crucifixion on Good Friday. Part 3, that glorious Part 3 Easter resurrection that we celebrate. It's a three-part story, Butch. That's what happens during Holy Week. Well, not so fast, my friends. I would submit to you that it's a four-part story. And the first part is what happens between the time that Jesus comes in to Jerusalem on the donkey and before he has the Passover meal with his disciples on Thursday. You see, Jesus goes into the temple every day. He's questioned by Pharisees, Sadducees, Herodians, all these people trying to trip him up and declare that he's blasphemous, and he responds with these beautiful lessons and so many parables that I was surprised that this is where those things occurred. You remember that he holds up, someone asked him about paying taxes, and he holds up a coin with Caesar's face on it. He says, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar, but render to God what is God." He also has the parable of the talents. I never knew that was included in that last week, that part 1 of the final week. And he offers the greatest commandment. They question him, well, Jesus, you have all these commandments and all these rules. What is the greatest commandment? And he responds with the beautiful words out of Deuteronomy. Well, the first commandment is to love God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul and all of your might. And to also love your neighbor as yourself. Well, he follows that up with perhaps his final public message to all the people that were gathered with the parable of the sheep and the goats. He says, the sheep will be blessed for this reason. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me. Truly, I tell you, just as you did this to one of the least of these, you did it to me. Love God, love your neighbor. It's a four-part story, and I hope you'll spend some time this week. Here's your homework if you want to read what happened during that final week. May God bless you on this beautiful Holy Week.